Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can contact the show, 706-889-9700. That is a 24/7 number that we keep on in case there's breaking news. You can have breaking news in your area. You can contact us also, chief@fetchernews.com. And those are the social media ways to connect with us and follow what we're doing, and especially our YouTube channel there. If you'll go there, FYNTV, Fetcher News, and subscribe. Anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you'll get a notification. I want to let you know at 9:45 this morning, 9:45, it is October 30th, so October is National Bullying Prevention Month. And we'll have Dr. David Markwell on with us. Dr. David Markwell is from McCaysville, Georgia, has an office in McCaysville, Georgia, and we'll be talking about bullying and prevention at 9:45. And then at 10 o'clock, we will be talking, then it'll be time for Instant Replay, North Georgia's only live Monday live show, sports show, 10 a.m., Instant Replay with Dave Garner. I want to give a quick shout out to the Union Panthers. I just don't know when's the last time. I enjoy each and every one, but the last time I enjoyed doing a show like I did last night up in Circuit World there up in Blairsville on Monday night with Coach McBride and Coach Chambers. Coach Chambers, the Union Panthers, and Coach McBride and the players up there last night. I can't remember the last time I did something I enjoyed that much as that show, because we talked about Rabun. Rabun's 6-0, and the Union Panthers are 6-0. And Rabun's tough. Rabun's tough, and they're going over there. The Panthers are going over there Friday night. I'm going along with them. And that's where we'll be Friday night. So you follow us at Team FYN Sports. That's our game of the week. Rabun Tigers hosting the Union Panthers. And then Saturday, this coming Saturday, will be a long day. So we'll get home at midnight and then take to about 2 in the morning to finish up all the video, and then get back up and go down to Pickens for the Mountain Football League Super Bowl 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's 6 games back to back. Starting at 9 a.m. on FYNTV.com, we'll be broadcasting those live, the Mountain Football League, so we can't wait for that. So we've got a lot going on, and I don't know, may even go down to Macon Sunday and see the president. I don't know, haven't decided. So, okay, so the president of the United States said fake news, all right? Fake news, and we'll get to birthright citizenship in a minute. That is blowing up everywhere, okay? So, fake news, enemy of the people. So, let's go through. Now, in the morning when I get up, I will, go to all 3 networks. I'll go to Fox, CNN, and MSNBC, and I will, freeze one, go to another, so I can get the 5 a.m. hour of all 3, okay? So let's go to number 9. We're going to go through these. Some are in chronological order, some are not, and I want to explain, but this is a little bit of what happens in the morning in the US of A, okay? So MSNBC at 5:29 this morning, Trump nationalism means I love this country, okay? They've gone crazy over Trump saying nationalism, all right? The dog whistle. Let's go to number 10. Trump nationalism means I love this country, all right? And so they're going after that nationalism. This is at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Joe and Minka. All right, let's go to number 11, because nationalism, they are messed up over this. Number 11, this is David Duke. Trump embraces nationalism in a massive, jam-packed, 99% white venue in Houston. Zio journalist asks him if he is a white nationalist. Of course, fundamentally it is, as there are no ethnic or racial group in America more nationalized than white Americans. So what's the problem? Now that was yesterday and today. This is this morning, 6:30. Trump says he's a nationalist. He's doubled down, you know, globalist, nationalist. I believe in this country. They believe in the globe, all right? But that's a dog whistle, okay? Now here's some of the many faces of Minka and Joe. Here is number 12. Minka looks like she just lost her teeth. There, they fell out. It's like, oh, they dropped right out. And Joe's like, ooh, I don't know about that. But anyhow, this is one of the many Minka and Joe faces there at 6:15 a.m. in the East Coast. Let's go to number 13. There's Minka again. Now, Joe will do these things, and they will talk about the caravan, and they will talk about all this, and Minka will just, she'll get so emotional, okay, about what's going on in our country, our democracy. Let's go to number 14. This is number 14. This is Axios on HBO. We're going to show you that video in a minute. President of the United States talking about birthright citizenship. This is MSNBC at 6:14 this morning. Let's go to number 15. They're going crazy at 6:15 a.m. Axios, and this is Jonathan. I forget Jonathan's last name. But this is MSNBC, and this is the Axios on HBO interviewing the President of the United States. Let's go to number 16 at 6:15 this morning. Trump to eliminate birthright citizenship. I mean, this is the headline. It's blown up everywhere. Okay. Number 17, Shepard Smith. This is their hero. That's what they're talking. Shepard Smith. There is no invasion. No one is coming to get you. So Shep Smith goes on Fox yesterday at 3 o'clock. Fox has to give him an hour. If they don't, there's going to be a major lawsuit. You and I both know there will be, and you and I both know why there will be. So the hero to the left over on Fox that they like to trot out there and put on is Shepard Smith. So that Shepard Smith yesterday had his heroic moment on Fox and stood up to the heads of Fox News and looked at the camera and said, there is no invasion. No one's coming to get you. Okay? We just talked about that. Number 18, conservative media using dehumanizing rhetoric to discuss migrant caravan ahead of midterms. Okay? I didn't use anything dehumanizing. I just read the story this morning. They won't talk about the story ahead of midterms. It don't matter when it is. We have caravans that are teaming up that are headed our way. All right? Trump sending. So here is the one we showed you earlier with Shepard Smith, 19. Okay? And this is, they use that. Number 20, MSNBC at 4:05 a.m. Mountain Time. So it's 6 a.m. this morning. 6:05 a.m. MSNBC. That's why I want you to see how they start their day and run their narrative. Many gang members and some very bad people are mixed into the caravan heading to our southern border. Please go back. You will not be admitted to the United States unless you go through a legal process. This is an invasion of our country and our military is waiting for you. What is wrong with the leadership of our country saying that? What is wrong with the person that has been charged with defending our nation and our borders, the President of the United States, saying that? What is wrong with letting them know in advance they will be met by our military? We'll be waiting. That we do consider this an invasion, okay? They're going nuts because Trump said he's going to put up tent cities, and Minka's like, nice tents like summer camp. Oh my God. Tent City. Let's go with number 21. Trump riles up fear about immigration ahead of midterms. Now that's all they know how to say, okay? Because it's not benefiting them. Trump is going to do 11, you count them, campaign rallies between now and next Tuesday. This is not benefiting them. This is their campaign rally. Every morning they do hours. Every day CNN does 24 hours of a Democrat campaign rally. MSNBC does 24 hours of a campaign rally for Democrats. Bottom line. But the immigration, the illegal immigrants headed to our border, is not benefiting the Democrats. So that's why they're stoking this flame in a different direction. Oh, if they were on the border and we could have our military down there and they could have a little kid that was in a cage or a tent. Number 22. Number 22, Pentagon. This is NBC again. This is at 6:05 in the morning. Pentagon sending 5,200 troops to the border in Operation Faithful Patriot amid Trump condemnation. Okay. This is at 5:45. This is early edition, Morning Joe early edition, number 23. Okay? Number 23. New lawsuit alleges Trump and his 3 children deliberately conned investors in a pattern of racketeering. This is news to them. This is the news of the day. Number 24. This is at 5:43 a.m. Trump persuades struggling people to invest in scams and lawsuit says. There's never a good word about this man at nothing. All right, number 25. Okay, we did this already. Trump echoes Fox News caravan invasion scare. So let's go through that. That's CNN, and that is at 5:35. Number 26, let's just go through. Number 27, number 28, number 29, number 30, 31, and right there all the way through 31 is Fox echoes, Trump echoes Fox News scare, invasion scare. Okay? Let's go to 32. I already showed you this. Trump is going out, the President of the United States is going out to visit Pittsburgh today. Okay? He is the President of the United States of America. Okay? He is going out 3 days after the fact and visiting Pittsburgh. There are officers, police officers, there's first responders that are in the hospital. Trump's going to visit them. Instead of talking about Trump going to visit the first responders in the hospital today, what does the bottom of that say? Trump to pay respects in Pittsburgh. Some Jewish leaders and city mayor say he's not welcome. They have done everything to get the Jewish leaders in this area, to get people in this area to come on and say they don't want Trump to come to Pittsburgh. Okay? Just throw you this. We'll come back in a minute. Number 33, the balance of power here, just letting you know, a little quick reminder that the House currently, Democrats are 193, Republicans are 235. Okay? The Republicans lose 24 seats. They're no longer in control. Here's Fox News. This was at 5 a.m. Now put this up. 5 a.m. This is their 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, number 34. Number 34, Trump, Democrats should be worried. That's what that was Monday night, but this is what Fox led with. That's why they're upset. It's Trump, Democrats should be worried. They should be worried. They cannot stand the confidence this man has. Here you go. Here's the Trump rallies. This is number 35. Trump will be in tomorrow, Fort Myers, Florida. Can't wait to hear him in Fort Myers, Florida tomorrow, because that's when he'll be standing on the stage calling Andrew Gillum a thief, nothing but a thief, a crook. Fort Myers, Florida, 11/1, November 1st, Columbia, Missouri, okay, or Montana, is that Montana? Or Missouri, Huntington, West Virginia, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, I want to say on Huntington, West Virginia, that's when he's going to do 2 a day. He's going to ratchet up at 2 a day. That's Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, because Montana is MT right there. So Huntington, West Virginia. I do think Patrick Morrissey can win. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm not going back. West Virginia, I do think Patrick Morrissey can win. I'm going to be shocked if Joe Manchin does not win. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be shocked, okay? Now, I'm not going to be upset if Joe Manchin doesn't win. I'm not pulling for Joe Manchin in West Virginia. And I'll be happy if Patrick Morrissey wins. And President's going back there, okay? He's going back there, and we will hear how hard he hits Joe Manchin in West Virginia. But I will be shocked if we get up Wednesday. If Joe Manchin is in trouble, and if Donald Trump thinks he can go to Huntington, West Virginia, you got to realize in Huntington, West Virginia, here's another thing, is there's a lot of these markets Trump's going to that reach over into areas, okay? Huntington, West Virginia reaches over into Ohio. Very big part of southern Ohio there reaches into, okay? Big media market reaches right over in Ohio. A lot of people in that southern area of Ohio watch. So he's going to be hitting Ohio. But West Virginia, if he's going back and he thinks he has a chance to get Patrick Morrissey across the line, then the Democrats need to be worried if they have some internal polling that says Patrick Morrissey in West Virginia, which I don't know, is close enough that Trump should go to Huntington, West Virginia. Watch out. Watch out, because all bets are off. The Joe Manchin is the indicator of just how bad things are to me if that guy gets beat. Oh, that's going to be a long night for Democrats. Then he'll turn around and go to Bozeman, Montana, and then Pensacola, Florida. We're over in Pensacola. He'll remind everybody that just down the road in Tallahassee, the corrupt Andrew Gilliam is mayor. Then on Sunday, he will be in Macon, Georgia, and then Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then on Monday, Cleveland, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and back Cape Girardeau, Missouri, back to Missouri. Claire McCaskill, pack your bags. Get the weather shutters off the old retirement house, because you're getting ready to go home, okay? Number 26, Fox News. This morning, number 36. 36, my apology. In Florida, there is a choice between a Harvard, Yale-educated man named Ron DeSantis, who has been a great congressman and will be a great governor, and a Democrat who is a thief. I'm sorry. It's straight to the point. The Democrat that's a thief. Holy mackerel. In Florida, there's a choice, a Harvard or Yale-educated man named Ron DeSantis. This is the President of the United States, who has been a great congressman and will be a great governor. Or you just pick the thief, Democrat who is a thief, who is mayor of a poorly run Tallahassee, said to be one of the most corrupt cities in the country. I'm sorry, Democrats. You know, do you think he's going to win in 2020? I don't see a way he cannot win, because you cannot tell me the American people are not going to tune in for season 2 of Donald Trump as Donald Trump president season 2. It's a real house of cards. Trump holding 11 rallies ahead of the midterms. That's number 37 on Fox. This is how Fox opened up at 5 a.m. This is the 5 a.m. hour at Fox. Okay, then we flip over 4:06 Central Time, 5:06 in the morning, MSNBC. This is how they do it. This is how they do it. White House defends Trump amid rhetoric backlash. Number 39, Trump defends calling himself a nationalist. This is at 5:05 in the morning. This is what they're going to do all day. I'm somebody who wants to take care of our country. That was number 39. Number 40. Back at it. This is the banner that they run. Trump defends calling himself a nationalist. I'm somebody who wants to take care of our country. Number 41. Okay. This is at 5:05 in the morning. This is their lead. Not a positive damn thing about this guy. Never. Okay. MSNBC. Trump will visit Pittsburgh Tuesday. Puto, is it Pedo or whatever his name, Puto or Pedo, says he won't appear with him. This is the mayor of Pittsburgh. I won't appear with him. Okay, no problem. Nobody asked you to come over, okay? I don't see your invite, okay? Trump to visit, this is number 42. President to meet with those impacted by violence to visit Pittsburgh. Just a quick reminder, these two people are Jewish, okay? Kushner and Ivanka are Jewish, and they're visiting today Pittsburgh because they are Jewish. Get it through your thick head. Trump's grandchildren are Jewish. Okay. Now at MSNBC, what did they do? This was the opening. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. Opening. Okay. Number 43. Trump lost popular vote by 2.9 million votes. 2016 national election results, Clinton and Trump, 48.2, 46.1. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, it says 2:02 Pacific time, 5 a.m. in the morning. That's their first story. 5 a.m. in the morning, number 44. The Belleville News Democrat, Trump says Bost is going to win big, criticizes Brandon Kelly at Southern Illinois rally. A spokesman for Representative Mike Bost, Republican, estimated that at least 8,000 people turned up for the rally. At 5 o'clock in the morning, they find it very important to tell you, okay, that 8,000 people went to this rally. This is important. This is at 5:01 a.m., all right? Number 45. If you don't think they are the enemy of the people, if you don't think they hate this man, if you do not think they dislike you if you voted for him, these people are flat out evil. And this is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Democrat campaign channel, fully funded for the Democrats. White House falsely claims Trump won majority. That's number 45. Or 46, I said. All right. Number 47, at 4 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. This is the first picture, very first picture MSNBC put up at 5 a.m. if you look in the bottom right-hand corner. President Trump's job approval Gallup last week down 6 points. Now minus 14 points. Very first graphic they put up. The last week, he's down 6 points in his approval rating. 6 points. Well, that makes him out like basically useless for campaigning, right? Number 48. President Trump's approval rating from Gallup, approved 40. All right, minus 4 since 10/21. Disapproval 54, up 4. 5 a.m. in the morning. And then here it is, the first 49, 1 week until midterm elections. I put these in backwards, actually. Let's go. That is 5 a.m. Right after they say 1 week until midterm elections, 48, 47. There you go. That's how they started today. All right. Let's go to 50. You'll notice this is 2:02 a.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. 5 a.m., 5:02 in the morning. This is how they start the day. President keeps up his attacks, targeting media caravan, while many call for a unifying leader. Okay? There's a great anger in this country caused in part by inaccurate and even fraudulent reporting of the news. That's what we try to bring you here, is the accurate. The fake news media, the true enemy of the people, must stop the open and obvious hostility and report the news accurately and fairly. That will do much to put out the flame. They have no responsibility. They've been yelling the responsibility. What responsibility does the president have in Khashoggi's death? What responsibility does the president bear in these Jewish people being murdered? What responsibility does the president bear in Mongo sending candygram bombs to all these people? All right, and then many gang members and some very bad people are mixed into the caravan headed to the southern border. Please go back. We read that one earlier, but this is the 5 a.m. banner from CNN. President keeps up his attack, synagogue massacre. Let's go to number 51. As you can see, it's 5:01 Eastern time. It's the lead of the day for them. Their first story. President keeps up his attacks targeting media caravan. Let's go to 52. 52. 5:01 in the morning. Trump to pay respects in Pittsburgh. You read right underneath there. That is the rabbi right there, and that's the mayor of Pittsburgh. But right under there, some Jewish leaders in the city and city mayor say he's not welcome now. This is 5 a.m. in the morning, number 53. This was the lead. This said 5 a.m. This is Christina, whatever her name is. Some Jewish leaders and city mayors say he's not welcome now. He's going to pay his respects. The president's not welcome. Okay? That's how they started the day. Okay? Let's go to, we've got some time left. At 9:45, we're going to play Dr. David Markwell, right? Dr. David Markwell. He will be with us. It's October. It's anti-bullying month, okay? And Dr. David Markwell will be with us at 9:45, and then at 10 o'clock will be time for instant replay, okay? Instant replay. Let's go to the video from Axios and the interview. Let's go to that, Josh, that next video that's got everybody bent out of shape, called Anchor Babies.
On immigration, some legal scholars believe you can get rid of birthright citizenship without changing the Constitution.
With an executive order.
Exactly.
Right.
Have you thought about that?
Yes.
Tell me more.
It was always told to me that you needed a constitutional amendment.
Right.
Guess
14th
what?
Amendment.
You don't.
You don't.
Number one, you don't need that. Number two,
I mean, that's in dispute.
You could definitely
that's very much in dispute.
Well, you can definitely do it with an act of Congress, but now they're saying I can do it just with an executive order. Now, how ridiculous. We're the only country in the world where a person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it has to end.
Have you talked about that with council?
Yeah, I have.
So where in the process?
It's in the process. It'll happen. With an executive order. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
exactly
very
what I was
interesting
talking about.
I didn't think anybody knew that but me. I thought I was the only one. Jonathan,
I've got a good guess. Good guess.
Impressed.
All right, Jonathan at Axios. That's an interview, okay? And Birthright Citizenship. Now, what say you, okay? That becomes a pretty tough one for some. But we just talked about a caravan earlier that is on their way. They're on their way to this country. They have, women are pregnant. And this article comes to us from Breitbart. And this article is back in December of 2017. Okay, December of 2017. Anchor baby population in U.S. exceeds 1 year, okay, of American births. Okay, the number of United States-born children who were given birthright citizenship despite at least one of their parents being a legal alien living in the country now outnumber 1 year of all American births. So if you combine a year of all American births, there's more anchor babies combined. The new Congressional Budget Office CBO report reveals the booming number of U.S.-born children to illegal aliens who are given automatic citizenship, forever anchoring their families in the U.S. Okay? Now, the reason they're called anchor babies, okay, just think about it. They're over there in Mexico and they need to get across the border, and they throw a line with an anchor and they get it stabbed 10 miles in to the U.S., and now they can pull themselves in by what? One birth. One birth gets the family in. One birth gets mom and dad in. You're not going to kick out an American citizen, right? And mom and dad. And the American citizen now has a brother and a sister. So, new Congressional Budget Office, the CBO report. The booming number of U.S.-born children to illegal aliens who are giving automatic citizenship for anchor families in the U.S. The children are commonly known as anchor babies, as they are able to eventually bring an unlimited number, that is chain migration. We have talked about chain migration over and over, all right? An unlimited number of foreign relatives to the U.S. through a process known as chain migration. Every two immigrants in the U.S. brings an estimated 7 foreign relatives with them. Get 7 extra, okay? John Binder, this is a tweet. In 1993, Harry Reid famously said on the Senate floor, okay, that no sane country would grant birthright citizenship to anchor babies. That came from Harry Reid. Harry Reid on the floor. CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, at least 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. There is an estimated of 4.5 million U.S.-born children with citizenship despite at least one of their parents being illegal aliens. There's also 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. under the age of 18 years old, according to the CBO. The estimate does not include the potentially millions of anchor babies who are older than 18, nor does it include the anchor babies who are living overseas. All right. Go back to, show me picture 3. Go to 2. There's pregnant women in that group. Okay? There's pregnant women in that group. It happens all the time. They're trying to get to this country. If they can give birth in this country, okay? Now, I find it interesting that the inception is in another country. Oh, wait, before everybody jumps on me, all right? But if the baby is born here, okay, it becomes a natural born citizen. Mom and dad get to come in. Look at that group. Mom and dad get to come in. aunts and uncles, grandma, grandpa, brothers and sisters. Okay? Happening by the thousands, by the millions. And you know what Stacey Abrams, and we're going to stay focused here, you know what Stacey Abrams wants to do as the next governor of Georgia? She wants to give them free health care. So we never talk about the cost to the American people of what it is for them to have their babies here. Stacey Abrams wants to give them free health care. Okay? When she gets done giving them free health care, you know what else she wants to do? She wants to give them free education. And the Constitution provides education for a child. Illegal or legal, no matter who they are, they provide education. She wants to give them all education, free education. She wants to give them a mandated federal government K through 12 education. Well, she wants to expand early learning programs, okay, Head Start. So she's not just K through 5. They want to pay for them in the hospital. They want to pay for them at about 3, 4 years old to start into training. Get to 5, go to the K through 12 government education. Oh, God almighty, you never stop. And then after that, she wants Georgians to provide them the Hope Scholarship and give them a free education through college. And then after they're done, while that's all going on and they go out into the workforce, she wants to give them their health care too. Wow. If you can't take a moment and string all of this together, I don't know what say you, okay? Even after discounting normal immigration, the number of chain migrant arrivals at the nation's airport during 5 years exceeds the number of babies born during each year. Every 5 years, it exceeds, okay? Foreigners brought more children to America from 2005 to 15 than American parents delivered in any 2 years of a decade. In 2 years of our natural birth, Americans, okay? Your mom's American, your dad's American, they're both citizens, and they have a child. That's the statistic they put that group in. But they bring the baby, so Americans from 2015, in 10 years, in just 2 years, more kids were born in this country that are anchor babies where their parents or a parent is illegal. Okay? Now here is the one point. Every year the U.S. admits more than 1.5 foreign nationals, with the vast majority deriving from family-based chain migration. In 2016, the legal and illegal immigration population reached a record high of 44 million. By 2023, the Center for Immigration Studies estimates that the legal and illegal immigration population in the U.S. will make up nearly 15% of the entire U.S. population. So let's just put this together and then you decide. I don't know how you feel about chain migration. I don't know how you feel about anchor babies, but let me just clear up what the news will not clear up today. Naturalized citizenship. Constitution of the United States. You're born here. Okay? You're born here. You are an American citizen. I don't think it really discusses if your mom and dad are born here. Okay? So you take mom is from this country, dad is from this country, they're both citizens, and they have a baby, that's naturalized citizenship to me. Now, there could be some argument, could be some differences. Maybe dad is from this country and mom comes from another country. I don't know. But this stuff of illegals coming in the country, having the baby, and that gets them an opportunity to stay, and it just mushrooms out into this chain migration, must stop in this country. And that's not because you're a white nationalist. That's not because you are a white supremacist. That's not because you are a racist. We're not racist, America. We're really not. We would just like to slow the brakes, pump the brakes, and see where we're at. Let's back up and see where we're at and take account for what's happening in this country before we move forward with stuff like this coming to our border to invade even further to help collapse our economy. I want to say two things before we leave. I want to read Trump's 1 hour ago tweets, okay? Before we leave, and I also want to say yes, regardless of what the media says, Tom Steyer wants to impeach the President of the United States, so he is investing his money from his billions. He wants, excuse me, please forgive me. Tom Steyer wants to impeach the President of the United States, and he wants to use part of his billions to do that by impeaching the President of the United States. He wants to collapse the structure that we know now as our government. Once he does the impeaching, then he wants to have popular vote, get rid of the Electoral College, and there goes Iowa and Kansas, all right? Serious as can be. So Tom Steyer is doing that to try to collapse our government structure through impeaching the President of the United States. Michael Bloomberg wants your guns. He wants somebody to knock on the door, check out your age, get your driver's license out, go through your house, see if your guns are locked in a cabinet. If they're not locked properly, take them away from you, whatever. He wants to take your guns. He will in this country. Michael Bloomberg will not stop till he does. And George Soros wants to collapse the financial industry as we know it, our financial system. He wants to collapse everything. And so he can make billions off our collapse. Pretty simple. 47 minutes ago, President said if the Fed backs off and starts talking a little more dovish, I think we are going to be back to our 2,800 to 2,900 target range that we've had for the S&P 500. Scott Wren, Wells Fargo. He is quoting Wells Fargo. The Feds control the money. I can't get into that this morning. You would think just supply and demand, the old Business 101, if you have two and people want, there's an order for four, you get to make a little more money off of them. No, the Feds, which is not. The Federal Reserve is not the federal government. It's independent. Okay? So the Federal Reserve, they like to tweak when the economy goes up, down, soften it. They like to handle it. And you got to be careful. The stock market is up massively since the election, but is now taking a little pause. People want to see what happens with the midterms. If you want your stock to go down, I strongly suggest voting Democrat. They like the Venezuela financial model, high taxes and open borders. Stock market's a little nervous about next week and what happens if they start rolling back things on Trump. Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas, remember he pointed to him last week? Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas is so popular in his district, and far beyond that, he doesn't need any help. But I'm giving it to him anyway. He is a great guy and absolutely king of cutting taxes. Highly respected by all. He loves his state and country. Strong endorsement. Okay, that was an hour ago. Andy Barr of Kentucky, who just had a great debate with his Nancy Pelosi run opponent. All right, so that's Barr of Kentucky. He's spending all morning. on getting out tweets to endorse his candidates. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. It's Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. right here on this channel. Don't forget, and stay with us right now for Dr. David Markwell. Dr. David Markwell on anti-bullying month in October. And then Dave Garner, Instant Replay, North Georgia's only the number one only sports show right here in North Georgia every morning at 10 o'clock with Dave Garner, Instant Replay. Take us to commercial, and then Dr. David Markwell.